think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not.
And I got to ask you, James, when was the last time you electrocuted yourself? That happened to you recently? Do you remember the last time you electrocuted yourself?
I actually don't recall. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, no, it's not a common occurrence. So don't take me to saying that.
I'm not gonna say that I'm more careful than you, because I know that's not true. But yeah, it's not recent.
Oh, so earlier today I was it was the stupidest way to do this to myself. I was just taking something out of a plug, like a phone charger, like those fat ends of a phone charger or whatever. I reached down and my fingers, they kind of, so it starts to come up out of the plug, right? But my fingers start to sort of slip underneath and they touch the metal. Just a weird accident, just a little slippage. And man, it sucks. It sucks to be electrocuted. I've like, when it started to happen, I was like, what is that feeling? And I was like, ah! And it's like, it registers as hot, and then it like vibrates heat, and you're like, oh god. And yeah, it had been, God, at least maybe 2 decades since I last accidentally electrocuted myself. And then it was reasonable to have done so because I was fixing a light fixture or something, or like not a light fixture, a light switch. Right. And I thought everything was cool, but turned out it wasn't.
God. Hey, This is a horrible story. You remember that kid in Timmins that climbed up the pole and got electrocuted?
I do. Like, I heard the story. Didn't our mutual friend observe that event?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it got roasted. Their legs got roasted so much that they were stuck to the wood for being cooked. And then they rescued this kid. I don't remember if it was,
Oh, what, did he live?
I don't remember if it was a boy or girl or whatever. But
sure.
Probably they survived, but then died in hospital because I guess the bottom part of their bowels were just cooked, like actually cooked, like medium rare, gone, done for, man.
And you can't fucking heal that, man. Like, it's
you don't come back. Yeah.
Undo a steak once it's been cooked. You can't uncook it.
No. There's some things you can't heal. That's one of them.
Yeah, I cooked liver.
You got that cooked straight through the brain.
Yeah, I did worry. Like, it's funny. So, yeah, that did occur to me. I was like,
you were worried? You were like, oh my God, how much did I lose?
How much? No, but everything seemed to be fine. Although my arm still feels a little weird. I don't know. It's not. Oh
yeah, that tingle.
It is not good.
I think I've been blasted when I was like younger, like maybe 20 years ago, and I remember my pinky finger, my pinky finger and my ring finger feeling like just off for days.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't have any of that going on.
Yeah,
I need things to be
on. Did
you
complete the circuit? Were you grounded? Did you have rubber shoes on?
No, I was on a fucking carpet. It wasn't good.
Oh, that's the worst.
It could have been real bad for me. Luckily, it was just like, it wasn't like I was putting a screwdriver in it or something.
I honestly, I've accidentally touched that spot on an unplug many times, and I honestly didn't really realize you could complete the circuit like that, to be honest.
Well, I'm wondering if it says it's a really old power bar. And I wonder if that has something to do with it. Because I'm not, again, I'm not careless. I'm not like putting my tongue in the socket or anything like that.
Jesus.
I just I'm just going to be a little more careful, and I think our audience should be a little bit more careful when it comes to electricity. You don't want to get cooked. You don't want to get cooked, ladies and gentlemen. That's true.
It's a hard fact.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. That's good enough. We talked about a charred, cooked body. Let's get into some.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah. God, what a horrible story.
I can think of other horrible stories now.
Yeah. A couple. One of them certainly comes to mind here at the Extinction Agenda with James and James. Okay, so it's Avatar August still, and Avatar. We tend to focus on the classics of Avatar, in the sense of like not the classics, but like the premium content, the post 2004, post Warren Ellis Avatar, right? But there was a world of Avatar that existed before then, and it was a world populated by bad girl comics and outlaw comics, and like stuff like Lady Death, and kind of made a home there. And actually, who first made the transition to Avatar that I didn't think about is Rob Liefeld. As far as like mainstream creators, like he took some of his, after his awesome studios went defunct, some of his properties went there, and that's why Alan Moore's Glory issues are published through Avatar, because Evangeline ended up at Avatar, and so did something else. But anyway, prior to all those days, and in those years, prior to that, in like 1998, between 1996 and 1998, Avatar is trying to figure its way out. It's doing some bad girl stuff. But then 1998, 1999, they get visited by one Mr. Tim Vigil and Mr. David Quinn. And you get something called 777 The Wrath, which is half of and so what we read, James, was a crossover between Tim Vigil and David Quinn's series called Faust, and then their other property, 777 The Wrath.
I see the quote, 777 The Wrath, on the I guess it's kind of a prelude. It was hard to read.
Yeah, I honestly didn't make the connect, like, as I knew about Faust, and I'd looked at it and whatnot, but I didn't know that this was a crossover. I just thought it was a really stupid title. Like I was like, this comic's wild, and it wasn't above me. It didn't seem above the series to just have 777 The Wrath as its subtitle.
True.
So I missed that until like about an hour ago.
I like the quote too.
What are we talking about?
If you're God, you can suck my cock.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's
you know what? That's a great sort of like lead in to just, if you're listening to this, just understand this book's a little over the edge, so that the dialogue and language and things we describe are going to be also over the edge.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else like this. Like, yeah, you're going to have to be comfortable with words like cunt and I don't know what. Jesus. Well, just with anything, right? Just anything that comes out of our mouth for the next half hour to an hour, we get immunity, absolute immunity.
Yeah, and you should, honestly, just throw in the towel if you're gonna.
Yeah. Like if you're worried about it right now, frankly, you'll never be able to read these comics anyway. Probably. I highly recommend it. Like, there's a lot.
Oh man, please go get these if you.
Yes. These are so good. I don't know. I'm not gonna say like. I'll say legit good, but also ironically good. Yeah, I don't know. Like whether hipster good.
Yeah, this should be bad.
Yeah, like should be really bad, but I was turning the pages avidly and just with great joy. So, okay, this is a 5-issue series. Well, it's like issue 0 through issue 4. And they ran from December 1998, I think, up until May 1999. And it's, the subtitle is Darkness in Collision, or like the opening story. And yeah. So, I don't know, like, it's so dense, but also so simple. The joy is in looking at this art and
Oh man, like, do you think it would have been better colored or no?
I'm going to say no because the next thing that they do, that Faust Book of M, is colored, and it's Avatar coloring. I don't think it did anything.
In sort of a quick interlude here, did you know about the Netflix movie?
I did, yeah, and I didn't, like I didn't even occur to me that like I didn't remember that it existed until I started doing like the sort of behind the scenes prep on all this. Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
No. Well, no, sorry. Yes, I did. I watched some clips. It looks fucking weird. And it looks like there's a lot. Well, they did some things that I'll tell you you'd probably be surprised by because I've watched a couple scenes also from it. Mm-hmm. But the balls to decide to go after that, I don't know what maniac would pull the trigger on that. I think it was in Netflix infancy too.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Like sorry, I don't. Having not seen it, it is a weird property to choose. Like like they call these comics outlaw comics. Like Tim Vigil's The Tradition that he comes out of essentially. And like there were some publishers like Caliber, Continuum, Nightwind, North Star, Rebel Studios. Like there's a whole London Night Studios, and this sort of tradition, which I'm not familiar with, but it's the tradition of The Crow, Cry for Dawn, Evil Ernie, that kind of stuff. I guess Lady Death. They end up kind of feeding
Evil Ernie.
Yeah, that's stuff. Like Avatar was kind of birthed out of all of that, and like Faust is really the secret origin in a lot of ways for what Avatar later becomes.
Sort of the afterbirth.
Yeah, because like Avatar is born right out of the leftovers of some of these outlaw studios or outlaw comics sort of guys, and then they bring Tim Vigil and David Quinn in house and let them loose, and then like the sort of extreme Avatar attitude is cemented, and then they get Warren Ellis, and then it's popularized sort of. Anyway,
I think the first moment where I thought, oh, this is pretty excellent, or this is going to go a bit overboard, was watching the. Should we go through like a roll call here on the?
Yeah, who are the? I'm not even quite sure. So, yeah, we got 777 the Wrath, or the Wrath, I guess is just his name. Who's like this?
The Wrath of the Wolverine, basically.
Again. Yeah, essentially, yeah. But with guns. And then there's the chick. What's her name?
The demon?
Yeah. No, the one with the claws. Like the she opens up. She's squatting on some roof.
Yeah, she's the main boss.
Yeah. What's it's Joanna. Jonah Tans. So I don't know if she has like a different name, some kind of superhero name. We'll just call her Joanna. And then there's Claire, the sex sadist magician with her sex magic and whatnot. And then you got M, who's essentially the devil. That's what I was getting out of that.
Well, the sex one is a demon. She has wings, demon wings.
Okay, no, sorry, that one's God or whatever. So there's Wrath and then God, or she's like the seraph or whatever, some sort of angel, but she's all nude and we'll talk about what these characters look like later. But so there's a duo, and then there's the lady with the claws who is out to kill M, and Joanna, and then there's M the devil, and then there's Claire the sex magician, and I guess that's it. And then there's some mob guy somewhere in here like hooked up with all of this, but I mean those are the main characters, and we kind of follow them around as they interact with each other and try to like end up, I don't know, even kind of merging together at the end until it just turns back into a Faust story. Anyway, what did you make of all of this?
Yeah, who's M's slave again? What's her name?
That's Claire.
That's Claire, yeah.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She's the one that, like, just wants the... She's the one that shows up at the door, right? When that gangster shows up, Johnson.
Yeah. She kills him.
Yeah.
In the movie Faust, there is actually a scene that Claire's the one that describes greasing up a few dozen thick, juicy cock slaves and bleed them while they fuck me.
Does she say that?
That's her quote. No, she actually does that.
Oh, I see.
In the movie.
I see. All right.
So that was something. And then as soon as they give me with this RoboCop 2 shit, this fucking brain, like heart, like sort of
I know, in the
nerve ending stem in the mirror. Yeah, it is. So it's like I don't know. It was like a fucking. What's the Disney story? Is it the Beauty and the Beast where she talks to her fucking mirror?
Snow White, I think. Yeah.
Snow White. Apologies. Yeah,
That's
Snow
okay.
White. Oh, yeah, Beauty and the Beast has a mirror, but it doesn't serve that purpose. Yeah, Snow White has the evil mirror, but this has like it's like a RoboCop Snow White mirror, and then you've also got a little like these guys definitely like their Hellraiser for sure.
Yeah, I think they're like Clive Barker or whatever. Although this is definitely I've never read anything. Yeah, I've never read anything like this. It's so raw. Like everybody who reads Faust is like it's almost a universal reaction. Like either people hate it and they like completely dismiss it as trash, and then other people love it as trash, or some people love it as a like trash that comes real close to being art just through its extremity. And I'm sympathetic to that latter view, to that idea that like it's like something's going on here. This is just beyond bad taste, and this is beyond camp. It's beyond dark. It's like
it's so aggressive, and the dialogue is so aggressive.
Yeah,
that costume cunt who jabbed me tonight. Let her be the wrath. She's got what it takes. Oh no, horny pussy's got a bigger problem.
Yeah, right.
Like, what fucking... Is that what she calls herself? Horny pussy?
No, well, that's what Claire calls her for whatever reason. I remember... Like,
the art is so good. Like, the pencil work, it's shocking.
Yeah, and it's all fully... Like, it looks amateurish until you kind of keep looking at it, and you're like, well, there's nothing amateurish about this. This is someone who's making choices.
No, this is... The angles on this, like... This guy's outclassing X-Men at the time.
Yeah,
in terms of pencil work, this is aggressively good.
Yeah,
and then to look down and to see like when they first introduced the instances of like pornographics. Well, first of all, they're showing like a nude demon, and then when they first do the blowjob, and you look down and you can see my guy's cock in her hand. I'm like, whoa, We're into real X-rated comic books here.
Yeah, and then they're humping and he's like fingering her asshole while they're like, and she's got his hand in her mouth, and you're like,
finger in there.
Yeah. Damn you, cunt from hell. And then she's calling him daddy. Fuck me, rip me apart. And you're like, oh boy.
And damn me for not being able to stop.
Yeah, stop.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what is motivating these fucking guys? Like, there's so much, and you just have to be shameless. Like, they're completely shameless.
Oh, there's a pile of guns and ammo on the side table.
Yeah.
They're in like a dilapidated building, just on like an old crate, just banging away as balls are fully rendered. Fucking special treat for me. Like, what is this?
And like, and people have commented on like so his characters are all nude. Like there's like the women are all nude and they're like full, showing bush and slit and absolutely everything. Like nothing.
Absolutely everything. I think there's a scene where you're inside a vulva.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I don't immediately recall that, but I believe you.
Well, it'll come back to you.
Yeah. I'm sure as we're flipping through here. And yeah, well, what was I gonna? But the characters, like the women they're all jacked. Like they've got huge tits and stuff, but they're bodies that are recognizable as women's bodies if they were all jacked up.
They're recognizably feminine, but they're really, really like bodybuilder.
Yeah. Like all of them, and like I know that's always the case in superhero comics, but something about how this is rendered, like it's certainly not naturalistic, but it like kind of aims towards naturalism. Like I've seen women who are strong that look like these women, whereas
I've seen that build.
Yeah, before, but you've never seen Wonder Woman. That doesn't actually exist.
No,
but these women exist, and there's something like, and then when people get their throat slit, like, and like the way this guy renders eyeball, like not like just eyes or whatever, like he's very good. It reminds
me a little bit of Glenn Fabry's.
Like
overt naturalistic woman when he would do his paintings.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely in that vein. And so you've got someone who has this naturalistic ability and also is very good at picking angles, and uses the panels selectively. Like everybody is in their panel frame until there's action, and only when there's action in sort of Jack Kirby fashion does the panel get broken through. Actually, I don't know if Jack Kirby actually broke through the panels, but definitely other people did. Like there's a control. And so even when the dude's talking, like, and there's so many words and this guy's talking to the mirror, the demon mirror or whatever, like it's down from below and then up above and then zoom in on the side and then the head getting cut off or slit from behind. Actually, just like stabbed right through on the pan.
Yeah, stabbed right in the side of the neck.
Yeah. And so it's not like, I guess I'm just pointing to like there's a good control here, and like people are wearing real clothes, like real fabrics. Every space is rendered. There's never any white space that isn't filled in. You're always getting all the maximum amount of information. It's so much work, and like I pity the inker.
Yeah, and even when he crams in like a Dark Knight Returns style, like close up sort of on the character, he still renders, even if there's like a micro background space that he can fill with a piece of chain or anything. It's like he can pull in tight, he can back out, he can put us in a dungeon, he can put us on top of the city like we're Daredevil. It's no small feat, this art.
Yeah. So Tim Vigil is amongst a certain brand of independent comics creator, very well thought of. Even though he's a right-wing shithead nowadays, apparently, big surprise. The writer isn't. David Quinn is not a right-wing shithead, but Tim Vigil is sort of one of your vaccination guys, one of your racist grandpa guys.
No, that's a shame.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
I watched Giuliani get arrested. He was talking about how the FBI sold his iCloud account. He sounded like fucking dementia grandpa.
Right. Yeah, actually, and we're recording just before we started recording. Racist Grandpa's mugshot got released from his in Georgia.
I didn't check it out.
Anyway, so okay, we should give people we talked a lot about the art just now, but I don't know. There's so many words in this. So while they're fucking, or she's about to go down on him at the end of issue number 0 or whatever, like there's the angel guy and then there's the dude talking, and she's like, "Oh no, horny pussy's got a bigger problem. There comes with shiny black bloodthirsty claws, but the claws come with history, and they're not all paid for yet. Besides, I need you to do what only you can do. I think you're actually scared you." Sorry for the extended reading here, but there's so many words and you just got to get a sense of this. I'm cautious, true. You should be too. I am God to you, but I know this presence if you but I know this presence if he desired it, he could make me scratch out my own eyes and afterwards thank me for the pleasure. Yeah, the presence himself doesn't think of himself as it. No, he's very much a he. I feel him separated from our reality by the thinnest of membranes, scratching to come in, twisting me in my cunt, whispering my name in my brain, whispering M. Perversely, he's more than a man, but he wants to be a man, and he's a master of perversity. He's older than evil and more powerful. Which, like, that would be some of that. You can salvage some of that, and it's kind of cool. But like, it's just page after page of this.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, like it adds up to cool. Like when you read it in little bits, you're like, okay, that's dumb. But then when it goes on for like page after page after page, you're like, okay, this is a choice too.
Yeah, this is a vision, like a pure direct vision.
Yeah.
The dialogue is just like you described it as raw, and it's just everything is raw. Like it's just out in the open, like anything anybody says.
Mm-hmm. What were your favorite parts? I mean, there's too many to tell. I'm sure we already got one favorite part.
Yeah, like I think my most shocking favorite part. Well, first thing's the RoboCop like nerves and brainstem reveal of this fucking eyeball thing. That first reveal I think got me. My second favorite part I think is the birth, when it like births out of the mirror, like when M.
Like slides out like a goo, like wow, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and then I was like, oh shit, now we're feeding it blood, which is very Clive Barker, like you were saying, it was very, very Hellraiser. And then when it, I don't know, I think the threesome with the half mutilated face M also.
Oh right, yeah,
a real high point for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna like I want that particular image when they're both going down on him and they're like jerking him off. Yes, a new world screams to be born. He's coming.
I like when he first like sort of comes out and starts like he first like orchestrates the fact that they're gonna get together. Whatever, he's orchestrating his threesome for like pages and pages, and he has his arms out and he's fully erect, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I have a lot of favorite parts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you can't, you can't choose one, man. There's no like, each one is like a flavor unto itself. You're like, what the fuck? Like, even stupid little moments. Like I think they're fighting. So Faust is born from the blood or whatever. He comes out of the mirror, like the actual Faust character, and he's fighting the Wrath. And the Wrath says something like, never had to fight monsters like this at tire iron parties in Queens. Fuck. And I was like, what the fuck is a tire iron party? So many fun little tidbits that make you wonder, like, what is all this? I guess I should have looked up tire iron party. I assumed that it had something to do with fighting each other with tire irons. But in the world of Faust, who fucking knows?
Also, I really didn't put together I guess the demon is her brother that they bring forward too.
Yeah, I think if we actually read the Faust series, that was running concurrent to this, 15 issues. I think by this point, what were they at this point? I think they were by issue like 9 or 10 at this point. And then it would end much later, but anyway, I assumed that all that stuff would be explained in there, and if I had more time, I was gonna read Faust. But this is a real commitment.
Oh yeah, and it's not like you can. What a mess. Yeah, the cover of issue number 2 was in color. It was where I was like, wow, this is.
So what? Sorry, just 1 second. Let me refresh my issue 2, actual issue 2. Yeah. So let's go home. Oh yeah. And it's just like they're all nude. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna share some of these images when I put up the podcast, because people have to understand. Yeah. I honestly go ahead.
Patience, brazen bitch, one step at a time.
Yeah, they're just constantly
just
fuck
so,
you with a chainsaw. You know, like
shocking dialogue.
Yeah,
and then
anytime.
Everybody is nude.
Yeah, like, and then like, but also, or tattooed, or they've got all these like fetish things. Lots of. It's difficult. No one should be surprised that Tim Vigil sells erotic fantasy art to this day, for exorbitant prices. But honestly, for $3,000,
Whoa!
I would love a full on like Tim Vigil. I mean, like I think he's only really gotten better as he aged. Like he's a young fella at this point still. I think. Like he actually came to it kind of late, like 27. I think I heard him say in the interview. So by this time he's like early 30s. He's an older fella now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You figure he was in his 30s here in the 90s?
I think so. I mean, I'm not. I can't do the math very well just on the fly like that, but somewhere around there. Like if he started at 27, then if I heard him correctly, and which I might be misremembering, but this is a mature work from a man who had started to know himself. But yeah, what a collaboration! Like it's difficult to think that, and important to remember that David Quinn, because Timothy Vigil on his own doesn't necessarily produce this. This came out of a collaboration with David Quinn. Like David Quinn showed up on the scene and he looked at what Tim Vigil's up to, and Tim's telling him what he likes, and between the two of them, a vision is born. Like a pure collaboration of geniuses. Let's get it on. Jeez.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Take me, fuck me now. Come, Claire, my artist of sexual violence. It's so bad, but it's so good. It's got to be like the equivalent of like a Harlequin romance for.
Well, I mean, like a Harlequin romance. I was thinking about for whatever reason. I've been thinking a lot about like what constitutes like erotic fiction, and what's the distinction between erotica and a Harlequin romance or something like that. And I'd say this is much more like erotica in the sense like it has a dream logic to it. Like you're just setting up a scenario for fucking. Whereas a Harlequin romance will have like all the, it'll actually go through the boring, having a plot, setting up tension, having some sort of passionate embrace in the darkness as I felt his manhood. Like there's none of that stuff. Like this is just full on.
It's it's basically like, I mean, there's like really low grade plot, and then there's just like ultra violence just to sort of to satiate you up until the point where they fuck, and you're like, make no mistake, there's so much nudity and crass behavior and stuff. You're like, they've almost got it so that you're looking for the next shock scene. Yeah. I was like, what are we? Oh, we got some gun violence. We got people getting their heads slashed in half, Mortal Kombat style. We got all the best shit, and I'm just waiting. Like how's the next sex scene gonna build up?
Yeah. And again, but it's like the distinction between sex and violence, like it literally, my violent sexual demon, like there is no distinction made in this. And I think that's why this works and why people are drawn to it and why it's such a classic at this point, is because it is pure. Like it doesn't, like RoboCop, for instance, is a good example. There's no sex in RoboCop. Well, I guess there, like I'd buy that for $1. Like there's the intimations of nudity, but there's no fucking, like there's no raw human sexuality in it. And so this is like, something that David Quinn had talked about, and I think Tim Vigil felt the same way, and I think what drove them is like the hypocrisy of culture. And they're like, okay, well, you're fine with all this violence, but then you add sex, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's too much, right? And so they're like, well, I'm going to show you what it looks like, this is what your culture looks like. This is what sexual violence is. This is what violence is. And I'm going to wrap it up in this idea about the devil and the issue of temptation, and by sort of weaving in those higher themes, even though it's part of like a heady, campy stew. It kind of like it's this psychodrama about sin and death and sex and I don't know, like it like I don't think it transcends that in story, but I think it kind of transcends it in just like intensity, if that makes any sense. Because man, it certainly stands out.
It's true. That was why I sent you that screenshot. That was my favorite quote. Don't deny it. The desires we deny find us as fate.
Yeah, exactly. No, and then it opens up with that and it ends with that. And like, I'm not certain that that's what this story says, but like that's not, I guess that's kind of what it adds up to. If you knew all the other comics or whatever, like everybody is. And so I guess it's also about repression and everybody's like, yeah,
and that's fair too, because that's what I found. I found myself like, am I really enjoying this? Why am I really enjoying this? Why like and you almost feel like ashamed by sort of traipsing through this type of landscape of like such aggressive everything, sex and violence mostly.
Yeah. And because it's rendered in that like sort of in that naturalistic, because there's all these weird body types or these unusual body types, and because like everything is sort of recognizable as bodies, like it's very fleshy. Like I'm looking at like fingernails right now, and there's like little crevices in them. Like there's no. It just adds to the whole effect. And like when people get shot, it's very much people getting cartoonishly shot and then exploding and blood everywhere. And
everything's just aggressively rendered. I'm like, even whatever, right after my little quote, suck it hard, slut, bite it. Jesus, like just no punches pulled, not that, and that's just on full display. That's right around. You're looking for page 19 on the Wrath #2.
Okay, page 19, down. Hit me with it. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. She burns to writhe with you. My jaded little seraph, you are fucked. And it's like, it's also, and she like, and it's really funny because like she's fucked in kind of two ways, because he's taken over her mind and she's been beaten essentially. And then also she's about to go down on Claire or whatever.
Slurp, nice sound effects.
Yeah.
Just
suck it.
It's just, and then this guy's just like, he's got those like fully, like his pupils or his irises are just fully exposed. He's just like a psychotic like Skeletor.
Oh yeah.
Like during this whole thing, he's just, and then that's how he's using that to summon the demon, right?
Yeah.
Sex magic, that sex energy or whatever.
Yeah. And somehow it's like, somehow using the power of the angel to call upon the demon, and and so and later on, like when she sews that dude's arm back on, like at the end, like the Wrath or whatever, and his response is just like, it's like, kill me or suck my dick. It's like, that's, if your prick's bothering you, I'll slice it off, no problem. She's constantly threatening to castrate this guy. And then and then he says something like, you aren't on my side, boy. Stay out of my way. And he's like, necessary evil? Huff. You sound like the girls I used to know from St. Mary's. They wanted to fuck their way to virginity too. And I was like, that's such a turn of phrase. And there's something like, I guess that's kind of true. Like I feel that the over-the-top dialogue that they're all engaged in are sort of commenting in theatrical fashion on each other, but I don't know these characters enough to know what is happening. Like,
well, yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. Yeah. Well, okay, so let's take that phrase at face value, and let's say that it is a meta commentary, and it's just like, and that dude is right, the Wrath, they wanted to fuck their way to virginity too. So what's this chick up to? She wants revenge. She's out to kill this M guy. She'll stop at nothing to destroy him. And so she's engaged in these constantly violent, revengeful acts. And then at the same time, like she's driven by desire and by temptation. So like, one thing that I think Faust does is like it makes, as I already said, it makes no distinction between fucking and killing. Violence and sex are, in Cronenbergian fashion, the same thing. And so, yeah, like she thinks that through all this violence and, by destroying the demon through violence, she'll be set free or something like that. But none of these characters are going to be set free through through any of the actions they're taking, not through sex and not through violence. It's almost as if this book is like almost like a Buddhist thing. You have to embrace nothingness. You have to like get rid of all of this if you're going to escape temptation and desire, because otherwise you're just in the wheel of the world.
Jesus.
That's the most charitable reading you're going to get out of all of this. And it does end with love, right? And it goes, yeah, it's going to be forever, you fucker, forever. I can live with that or die with that. And they're kissing passionately, bleeding. And then there's a quote from Christopher Marlowe at the end. Like there's something's at work here, man. I feel that's as close as I can get to putting my finger on it.
It's just so unique and
it's difficult to talk about for that reason, because you just got to read this.
Yeah, you what up, pussy? No.
Yeah.
When M like I think that was another favorite moment when he like psychologically displays his mom getting banged by, or her mom getting banged by demons in hell.
Yeah.
That's a shitty play, man. I was like, what the fuck is this now? Not now. My mother, Joanna. And there's this big fucking rotten winged wingling fucking Trogdor just banging her mom from behind. And then his ass and balls make like an evil face to talk trash to her.
Right, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Fuck, there's some things that are really gonna stay with me,
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I kind of want to buy all these. They're still available for reasonable prices. Not on eBay, but at. I think shipping's always the problem on these things, but.
I think collected would be the way to go. I can't believe this isn't mass produced, to be honest with you.
Well, okay, so that Faust thing, the collected edition or whatever, is not going to include all this stuff. It's not going to have any of the Avatar stuff. It's just the original issues 1 through 15, which is, it's a huge book and it's going to be wild. Supposedly comes out in October, but I don't see it on Diamond Distributors right now. I see it on Lunar, but I get the sense that I feel something's up. I feel there's been a delay or a problem.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't know like who this is for. I guess me, but
it's for tons of people. Like their Kickstarter made over $100,000, possibly more. I forget. They only needed 20 or 30,000, and then they just blew right through that. They said they met their goal in 20 hours. There's a serious following for this. It's probably only 100,000 people in all of North America, but those who know it love it. And I don't know, it's sold, like I remember something like sales figures early on, like the first issue sold over 100,000 and then 50,000, and it was just in that era when you could have these small early hits, and and it was just there was nothing like it. There isn't anything like it now.
No, and to look at I'm looking at the where am I here? I'm on number 3.
Yep.
Around page 18, looking at the demon as he is
the
fully rendered.
spread?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh wait, no.
Sorry, the one page sort of.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's just like
John Jasper.
The art that you're I don't know, exposed to here. I think that's the shocking part, because it's as good as you could ask for.
Yeah.
So you're getting your action is just it's just people getting split in half, people getting shot, attacked, fighting, punching, kicking, elbowing, fighting on stairwells, and all this nudity and sex and stuff is just rendered with just pristine work. I mean, to the point where it's just so photorealistic, like you were saying, or not photorealistic, but almost like a cut above standard comic art, though.
It is. Well, it's the attention to musculature. It's the attention to actual anatomy. It's exaggerated and it's changed, but it's no different or worse than you get from Joe Quesada. They're very different artists, but I think in terms of how they render bodies, maybe there's a comparison to be made there. I really liked the one that really blew me away was issue 4, the final issue. Another case of page 18, page 19, that 2-page spread where M finally turns into a demon, and then there's the 2 chicks around him. And he's got the goat feet or the centaur feet, and you're just like, wow, man, this is these guys can open up very seriously on they've got to just a command and control of everything. And there's even though it's juvenile, but it's not juvenile. Again, the paradox of it is it's extremely juvenile, but taken at this intensity and this rate of fire, it's not juvenile. That's the point of it. It's death metal or whatever, but that's even not a good comparison. But it has more of a musicality to it, a heavy rock,
Yeah, let me show you how we used to take care of the business from the boys from. Take care of business with the boys from Flatbush Avenue.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
What, the big right hand?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. I have no point of reference. Still manages to be awesome.
Yeah. I think I took that one too. Yeah. I guess that's from another reference to Queens or the Bronx or something like that. If we lived in New York, we might understand Flatbush Avenue. Tire iron parties too. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to cover this for 2 reasons, because Avatar. This is Avatar. This is it's a very important sort of part of the history of Avatar, and we can't always just do your Warren Ellis and your Alan Moore and your Garth Ennis. There's tons of stuff going on at this fucking place, but I where it gets lit, where it kicks off is in these issues, these comics, and then the Avatar that we know and love, or at least that I know and love, gets its balls, gets its fucking raison d'etre. And yeah, so I hope you liked it. I mean, it sounds like you did. So.
Oh, it's awesome. I can't believe the Wrath guy, they just sew his arm back on him.
Yeah, man. Well, he doesn't feel any pain. I would love to see this character. Go on.
So she just sews him shut, and then he gets to bang his demon at the end.
Yeah. What more could one want? So what's it gonna be then, bitch?
It's gonna be forever, you fucker. Forever. But awful. And then that cover, that issue 4 cover with the fucking cock.
Oh yeah, right?
What are these guys up to? I see what you mean though. When I see the colors done, I prefer the black and white. Weirdly.
Yeah, no, it suits the art. Because the inker does a lot to these pencils, because they're very heavy pencils, I gather. And that, yeah, like in that setting, like it's like a Bernie Wrightson kind of thing. Like it just, you color it and it loses something. Or even like certain coloring will really fuck up our Kelly Jones guy. Like Kelly Jones's his stuff is really, really great, and like a bad colorist will wash it out. And I think Tim Vigil has the same kind of problem. I mean, no bad colorist will fuck up any art job, but seems to
and
fuck this up
even
especially.
those comic covers, I didn't really think were colored badly. Like they looked good, they looked clean, sharp, but like I there's just, for that artist, there's too much ink, like too much hatching and stuff that's taken away when you do it.
Yeah. And I need to see it all. I need to see it fucking fully rendered in my face. I am hopeful that I would really like at some point to do Faust, the proper series, because I honestly I went through some of the issues and just kind of skipping through them, like this feels like more intense than your regular Faust, but I'm really not sure. But it just felt like they had 4 issues or 5 issues and they could just do whatever they want. They had good production values, and they had, and they just kind of unleashed.
And boy, it was
crazy
awesome.
Yeah.
I if I'm gonna continue Faust, I'd like to see what I can do to get a hold of it.
Oh, like actual issues or the original?
Yeah, I'd like to have something in my hands, some issues, something.
Well, we'll get the collected edition, when it. Although you're gonna have to get it, man. Like that stuff. Once that thing is out of print, that thing's gonna be out of print.
Oh yeah, I can't believe anyone would even buy it to begin with.
Yeah, well, I can, and I will. The original issues are really expensive. Like this is sought after shit. I don't know if you went looking around, but
no, I didn't. I don't know if my perviness goes that far.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so if your perviness goes that far, ladies and gentlemen, you know where to go. It's being re-released from Black Mask Studios. Should be available through Diamond at some point, and just keep your eye out. You shit, I wish I knew the what's the quote? What's the goddamn quote? I'm gonna edit this out. If you're God, you can suck my cock. No, that's not the one. The desires we deny find us as fate. Man, don't deny your desire, dudes.
No.
Give in. Set yourself free.
Now, all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.